I mean, I will say this though. I mean, obviously there's not a leader of Monero, right? But we did have Fluffy Pony, which was the guy that was really the figurehead running guy. They picked him up in San Francisco like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah, he was a runner in 2017, and a lot of the times when it comes to crypto, they're usually about 3 to 5 years behind in terms of who they're trying to go chase after. So they build up a case first.
Yeah, right. I'm sketchy with anyone from San Francisco.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pastor. He was somewhere in the what is it, not Philippines? What was that one?
So he was in South Africa for a while.
Yeah, South Africa for a while, but he was like, what is that other one? I can't remember. Singapore. He was in Singapore for a bit. Went to South Africa, and then he was doing some kind of like layover flight, and they caught him right there at the San Francisco airport. Not surprised, by the way. Picked him up, and that was it. Because like I was really like paying attention to the whole Litecoin thing, and like those guys were all buddies and stuff, and they snatched his ass. I mean, even with something like Litecoin, there's actually now you can have privacy on it, but they're not stupid enough to activate it just yet because they're waiting for a lot of the laws to because technically Bitcoin, Litecoin are not securities. Ethereum's not security, but they're like all this stuff's going on and stuff. So right now they're just waiting for the list to finally go down. These are not securities, and then once it says it's not a security, I think that's when they're going to start adding a little bit of like obscurity and stuff to like transactions through wallets and stuff. But that's not perfect like security basically.
The Fed needs this.
Yeah.
The petrodollar is falling. They need something new, just like they think of their little dollar scheme in 1944, Bretton Woods. Just like they took the dollar off the gold standard in 71. They need a new scheme, and the Fed coin's going to be it.
Yes.
They need it. And since America pretty much runs the internet, it's going to be very, very difficult for China or anyone else to basically get around the Fed coin. I think that the Fed I think it's going to be like a bloody Sunday. When the Fed coin comes in there, I think these other coins are going to start dropping like flies, man.
That's actually an interesting perspective.
Right.
Because I would say there's a portion of that I would agree with, and there's a portion of that I would
We'll
disagree
find out
with.
soon, brother.
Well, yeah, exactly, right? We'll find out pretty damn soon. I think
2024, 100%, we're going to find out. That's when they're going to make their move.
And that's a dragon year, right?
Not only dragon year, it's also 2024, which is an 8 universal year. 8's the number of money, 28 wealth, but 8 is money. So you expect big money moves in 2024.
Oh, we're getting rich as fuck, you guys.
Make that money, brother.
Sheesh.
Right.
I mean, we're deep in the crypto game.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done very well for our guys. We started I guess we started our courses back in 2020 and stuff like that, and in September.
Isn't it beautiful when you not can just make yourself money?
Yeah.
That you find a system that you can make yourself money. That's one thing. Millions of people have found a system that can make themselves money. 22 million Americans are millionaires.
Right.
So but you know what is really, really kingmaker stuff? When you can put other people on.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is when you go to sleep and you're like, you know what? I'm actually making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like the 30. Like, I just found out I'm 33. Like a 33.
Here we go.
Like I just let me lean into it.
It's a very exclusive club. Let me tell you what it basically means.
Okay.
All bullshit aside.
Okay.
You had to be reincarnated quite a few times to earn that right. You can't just be the 33. You got to go to the trials, the tribulations, the 1 through 9, the 11 to 22 to actually reach that. 33s are the trailblazers. Again, Thomas Edison's a 33. Albert Einstein's a 33. The Wright brothers, first in flight, 33. The guy who invented the internet's a 33. It's always the 33s who are the trailblazers. Yeah. So here's what you have to do, brother. I don't give a fuck what you do. Be one of those people where you shove your opinions down people's fucking throats. That's what you have to do.
Not a word out of you, Charlie.
Well,
you do that, you'll succeed as a 33.
Beautiful. So, okay, I'm a 33. What is Charlie?
He's a 7.
Yeah,
we
were talking about this a little bit before stream. And here's the thing. Like, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, a few of the things he said, I was like, it's pretty fucking on point. It's a lot more on point than like, like if you do like a palm reading on the fucking strip or something, they'll tell you like, oh yeah, you're good with people or some, very broad fucking thing.
Yeah.
Woman shit.
Yeah, exactly. I would say like, it was pretty accurate. So what you said so far. So I'm kind of curious what else to unpack
here's the thing. I want people to understand this. Numerology is a real science. The numerologists and astrologers knew 600-700 years ago that whenever it was a full moon people go crazy because the full moon pulls on the tides.
Right.
The human body is 70% water.
Right. There's a
so whenever it's
thing.
a full moon, it pulls on us as well. The scientists just found that out 50, 60 years ago. So that's a case where the astrologers and numerologists were ahead of the scientists by almost a freaking century. So again, when the science says, oh, this isn't scientific, bullshit, your science just hasn't caught up yet.
So how do you differentiate between what makes like a scientifically correct or like backable numerology?
You reverse engineer things.
Somebody who's
you reverse engineer things.
Okay.
That's the only way to do things. Like, for instance, when I say something like 28 is the number of wealth, okay?
Right.
What is my backing? I could say Elon Musk is the richest man on earth, but that's just one person, even though he is. I can say Bill Gates is the richest guy who was the man last century.
Could be a coincidence.
Again, it could be. I could say Vanguard was founded 5/1/1975, 5/1/1975 adds up to 28. Now, listen, you guys can talk about Apple. You guys can talk about anything.
Right.
But if you know what Vanguard is with their not billion, but trillion dollars, you understand they run the game. And Apple, the richest cash-rich company in the world, founded 4/1/1976. 4/1/1976 adds up to 28. Bill Gates, excuse me, not Bill Gates. Steve Jobs, born 2/24/1955, adds up to 28. Invented it. So here's what, and again, I understand people can say it was Steve Wozniak, but he's the face of it.
Right.
Without him, it wouldn't be $1 billion company. That's just facts.
Right.
And by the way, the new guy who runs the CEO of Apple right now, Tim Cook, 28 Life Path. So you can see this time after time after time, and every single number has things. The people who possess those numbers have things they're good at. For instance, if you're born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, 28th, you're going to be a leader. You're going to have masculine qualities. A lot of these people tend to be fighters. A lot of these people tend to be lawyers. If you're born in the 2nd, if you're a woman, damn that body. Okay? I'm just going to keep it real. The women who are born on the 2nd, they have those hourglass figures that everyone wants without even going to the gym. Yeah, exactly. That's the ones who have it. The people who are born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th, they're the ones with the mouthpiece. Run the mouthpiece. Rush Limbaugh, the guy who started it all with radio. Howard Stern, born on the same freaking day. Zerka's a 3 life path.
Yeah.
Sartain doesn't want to hear this shit, but he's a 3 life path. Rolo doesn't want to hear this, but he's a 3 life path. Okay,
That's
4 is the number of law and order.
Okay.
When Donald Trump came to power, did he not try to institute law and order?
He did.
Yep.
He is a 4 life path. He's a law and order president. 4 is the number of law and order, something you guys can see all the time with your own self. Whenever it's the 4th, 13th, 31st, you're going to see a whole bunch of cops pulling people over because that is the number of law and order. So, for instance, how do you apply this to your everyday life? Well, if you're a criminal, don't be doing dirt on the 4 because you're going to get caught. By the way, if you're an employee looking for good workers, hire people born on the 4th, 13th, 31st. They work hard. People born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd. 1 and 4 is 5, 2 and 3 is 5. They're the good looking ones. Go on your Facebook, go on your IG, and what you're going to see is a whole bunch of beautiful people. People born on the 6th, 24th, 15th. They're the home and family oriented people. They're the ones who want homes, families. If you're looking for a woman and you want to have kids, look for someone born on the 6th, 15th, 24th, because they want families. They're not going to be like the other women who are running around the streets. They want kids and families. Look at the people who were born on the 7th, 16th, 25th. These are the geniuses. Genius starts with G. G is the 7th letter. So again, one of the things that got me into this, because I was a skeptic. I'm just like you. I was a skeptic.
He's telling me I'm a genius.
Okay?
I don't know about this.
Of course, I know. Of course, you'd lean into that one, Charlie. Of course.
I'm just